Right now, we're getting ready to get into NFL extra points for this weekend. Right now, it is week number 8 of the National Football League for this season here. A lot of exciting, interesting match going on today. Going on this weekend. As everyone is well aware right now, the Falcons and the Panthers just wrapped up on Thursday Night Football right now. Falcons getting an upset win here against the Carolina Panthers here as they go on to win that game 25-17 right there. And Falcons, who have been seem to be losing a lot of heartbreakers this year, finally find a way to get on top somehow. Yeah, Matt Ryan, who had a decent game, only throwing one pick, still throwing for 281 yards. Still not helping a lot when you had Julio Jones lost for most of the season. But at the end of the day, too, I think this Falcons team right now, this is a team who's really been looking for any positive they can find right now. And they have been in a mess. When you think of things, it's just really not been the best year at all. But a guy like Julio Jones has just been playing kind of a little nicked up, I guess you could say. But, the Falcons overall, they just been a hot mess, hot garbage, if you will. So far. And you got like Dan Quinn, who right now, who's been let go after an 0-5 start. Now it's Raheem Morris at 2-1 right now. And you really just start to see how you try to piece things back together here. They got Raheem Morris, let's not forget, too. He just recently came over. He's just been like a defense coordinator this season with the Buccaneers overall here. And he's been with the Falcons staff. This is his sixth season. And he started working his way up as a wide receiver coach, assistant head coach, and now defensive coordinator. And you really look right now, you lost like a 16-point lead to like the Bears right here. And much more stuff going on right here when we look at it. They've just been losing a lot of nail biters right here. Losing, then, of course, your second game of the season, after scoring 39 points, lose to the Cowboys 39-40, blew a 16-point lead to the Bears, lose that game 26-30. Kind of ended for a little while against the Packers, but eventually lost by 2 touchdowns, 6-30 on Monday Night Football. And then 16-23 to the Carolina Panthers, 40-23 over the Vikings back in week number 6, and then losing to the Lions by a point, 22-23. And then to the Carolina Panthers, they just finally get their second victory of the season. So their second victory in the last 3 weeks. So really definitely goes out for a lot of them, what they've been trying to figure out. But for right now, we're getting ready to get into NFL extra points. And speaking of a team right now who's been during a lot of adversity so far right now throughout the season, you look at the Chicago Bears right now with Matt Nagy. He's in his third year right now. A lot of people are really wondering, is a guy like Matt Nagy going to surrender the play calling duty with the Bears? That seems to be one of the biggest controversies right now. And the sad thing that continues to pop up with this Bears team is how the inconsistent protection of the offensive line. You had a guy like right there, Brian Greasy, was referencing when he spoke with Nick Foles before the game, how he was basically airing out a little bit of frustration right now. He was saying that sometimes some of the players are getting to him a little bit late, and he's the one out there taking a lot of the hits right here. The Bears right now, who are 5-2 right now, they're number 5 seed in the conference. Still out of the division. Which is a big obvious point. They're at 5-2. It doesn't help matters too when you're not going to be able to face your nemesis in the Green Bay Packers until the end of the month right now. So you still got plenty of stuff to go on right now. Packers, who are at 5-2 at this moment, And the Bears, like I said, they got some stuff to figure out. I'm not going to go ahead and wave the white flag just yet. I mean, listen, you only got 2 losses for the season, but there's a lot more stuff that is standing out right now with this team that needs to be addressed right now. And the funny thing about it, about a year ago, once things started to come off the rails for the Chicago Bears, guess what team who was around? I mean, when that happened, it was with the New Orleans Saints right now. I mean, so the only thing is, I mean, the Bears could still find a way to get themselves in first place this week if they're able to take care of business against the New Orleans Saints. I mean, they're going to be playing that game tomorrow. I believe it is on Fox. Be a 3:25 p.m. Central Standard Time start. And you got a lot of people right now who's on the fear right now. Is the Super Bowl window starting to close right now? Because I was also listening to on iTunes right now earlier in the week with Hamp, OB, and Kaz right now, as they definitely were guys that were like not pleased with what was happening here. And you look at, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there's teams like were like even like the end of the first half. I mean, they elect not to take a timeout right there, try and block a punt. They've been very upset. Things have been working out right there. I mean, if you ask me, and they definitely right there. I mean, people listen from back in the day, especially from days from 670 to score or whatever. I mean, these guys. I mean, we used to have like old Doug Buffone with Ed O'Bradovich right there. I mean, these guys ain't scared to like rip into players and like lay a whole new level of criticism on here, and which is really, like I said, it's one of the most embarrassing things that's going on right now. But I definitely do believe right now what is happening with this team. They're having a little bit of identity crisis, if you ask me. And we'll see how this continues to work itself out. It's a team who is 5-2 right now, playing the Saints, head-to-head matchup right now. And one of the things too, I mean, for the Bears, I mean, with them, when you look at this season, the way everything is going down as pertains to their defense is just really slipping up right now. I mean, you got a defense right now who, in total defense with the Bears, has been taking a nosedive. It's 15th with 2,394 yards given up. Scoring defense, I mean, still pretty respectable, only allowing 140 points for the year. But, I mean, you really look at right now, when you start to wonder, what is the problem with this team? And it seems to come down to more like play calling from Matt Nagy. The question is, with the Chicago Bears, is he willing to hand off to his offensive coordinator? And I just feel right now, I mean, with this, there just seems to be like direction, how they want to go about things. It's just not hanging the right way from what it looks at. And right now, we'll see what happens. I mean, the coming time, only time will tell, regardless of this. And we'll find out. I mean, it's definitely one of those things. It's not looking good here for the Bears. And here is one of the moments too where they're talking about like the way the second half ended. I mean, the first half ended against the Rams here. I mean, and they were just fuming with the fact why they didn't take a timeout, could like play defense on the punt. You have one timeout left. They elect to go for the timeout and try and make a score. End up going down the half right there, trailing a touchdown. Listen to this.
Bears are not going to use that timeout. Why wouldn't you use the timeout? At least force them to punt the football. You never know what's going to happen. You get a return, get a block, get something. Don't just let it run out. And the Rams will get the second half kickoff. Now this is surprise you. So.
Make something happen. Okay, so what if you block the punt or you rough the kicker? It doesn't matter because guess what? It's going to be first and 10 at the 20. You got 20 seconds. It doesn't matter. Put all 11 on the line and go try to block the kick. It doesn't. There could be a bad snap. He could muff it. But just to throw the white flag up and run into the locker room is embarrassingly sad.
And Moni. And I'll tell you what, we don't try at that particular time, Dan, to score. He could catch it, make a touchdown, could be intercepted, could be knocked out, could be a lot of things. But one thing it could have been interference, and it happens a lot. And guess what? If the 20 seconds runs out and it's a defensive penalty, the half cannot end on a defensive penalty. You got another shot, hopefully to kick a field goal or a shot to take a touchdown. And Nagy, you don't know that? You don't know that? You don't take advantage of that situation? You walk in, you let the time run out with a timeout in hand and walk in.
Not using a timeout, trying to get the second half. Just electing to go for the second half right there. Just seemed to play a retreat, if you ask me. And that was a real disappointing thing in that contest right there. I see a lot of upset fans with this right now. And the sad thing about it is we look at this team right now, it just seems like they're just going to be a regular playoff team with not making much of a run, which is a little bit embarrassing. But for right now, I can definitely say this. You still got time to make that up. If you could just find a way, the rest of this way here. We look at the Bears' remaining schedule, for this season as they go down the stretch right now. You got some very interesting matchups right here. The game with the New Orleans Saints right here. So the rest of this month, you're definitely going to be having like two more home games on November 1st and November 16th versus Saints and the Vikings. They got to travel to the Titans on November 8th. That's going to be an interesting matchup right there. That could be a heavyweight battle, if you ask me, in Tennessee right there. That's defense right there who just basically prides itself on takeaways right there. And we saw what happened versus Steelers right there. They seem to do well adjusting late in ball games. So got a guy like Derrick Henry, even though he has been slowed down by the Steelers right there. That should be an interesting matchup. I would definitely think a winnable game would be against the Vikings at home on November 15th. But then if you could just find a way right now, with the Saints, the Titans, the Vikings, and the Packers, I think if you could find a way to go 3 out of 4 in these next 4 games, you could definitely look pretty dandy right now. So that will put you at about 8-3, which I think will look nicely going into the month of December right here. And you have 5 more games against the Lions, the Texans, Vikings, Jaguars, and the Packers. 2 out of those games in the month of December will be at Minnesota, at Jacksonville. That's bottom line what we got to pay attention to right over here. So what's the pulse right now, Bears fans? What do you guys feel like is the key? Will we possibly even see a guy like Mitch Trubisky come back right now? Will he come back onto the field? At the same time, I got to admit right now, with Nick Foles, listen, I'm not sure if he's that much better than what Trubisky was. When you take a look at it, obviously Foles is doing a much better job completing his percentages with 64%. Mitch Trubisky at 59%. But, right now, Mitch Trubisky has done a good job taking care of the football through the 3 games that he's played. He's had 6 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So he's doing a much better job, I think, slightly than Foles is. Foles right now for 5 games, and 4 of those starting, 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. At some point, you got to take some accountability right there. You can't be turning over the ball like that. Great, you had your moment against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on that Thursday night game, but I just can't see really much more how it's going to be different. So I'm going to go ahead and predict a Bears win for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and finish with the Week 8 picks. Beginning with New England Patriots at Buffalo right now. That's going to be an interesting game right now. Buffalo Bills seems like it's going to be their time finally to get the AFC East division for the first time in a long while. This is a team who's waited a long time right now. And you got the Patriots, I mean, aside from their COVID situations right now, really people starting to look a lot harder at a guy like Belichick. I'm really starting to wonder how much of that was it Brady than it was Belichick at this point. I mean, they're looking to capture their first AFC title for the first time since 1995. So they'll be looking to end a 25-year drought, and it's going to be in Buffalo. Go ahead and give me the Bills in this game at Orchard Park. Then we got the Titans visiting the Bengals. Give me the Titans in that game. Raiders at the Browns. Give me the Raiders. I think the Raiders will find a way to bounce back. I do not trust the Browns still. Colts visiting the Lions. Give me – I'm going to say the Lions in this one. I'm going to call it an upset. Give me the Lions to upset the Colts in this one. They'll move to 4-3, which dropped the Colts 4-3. You got the Vikings visiting the Packers. Give me the Packers. Jets at the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Look for Le'Veon Bell to get his revenge game on Adam Gase and the Jets. Jets. Then you also got the Rams visiting the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa's first game. Still give me the Rams. I'm not sure if he's going to make that much of a difference. I'm going to give me the Rams in this one. I know it's a little bit tricky with West Coast versus East Coast teams. I'll give the Rams the benefit of the doubt in this one. Bears versus Saints. I expect the Saints team to be a little bit more of a different team this year. Right now, they're still in it for the division. They're only a half a game out from the division lead versus the Bucs. I've been playing 6 games. I mean, the Bucs just played 7 games. Saints played 6. I'm going to go ahead and give the Bears in this one, but still watch out. And I think the difference will come down to coaching right there. Well, give me the Bears. 49ers versus Seahawks in Seattle. Russell Wilson, possibly league MVP candidate, may probably lose Brady after losing that game on Sunday night versus the Cardinals in Arizona right now. Interesting matchup. Niners looking to get rolling here. I mean, the San Francisco 49ers, which, by the way, here, I mean, in their schedule, I mean, you start off pretty roughed up right now. You got Bosa, who's out for the season right now, and everything that has just kind of gone a little bit haywire with them. And everything that you've been able to do right now. I mean, the 49ers, who are the defending NFC champions and looking to still prove themselves as a real deal here. I mean, their season right now, I mean, the 49ers, ever since losing to that Eagles team, they have been 2-1 since that loss. So give me I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice in this one. Give me the Niners in Seattle for some reason. I just have this feeling they'll find a way to get another win in that. Then you also got, after the 49ers and Seahawks, Cowboys visiting the Eagles in Philadelphia. I'm going to say for right now, give me the Cowboys. You know what? Give me the Eagles in this one. Cowboys too nicked up. We'll find out. We got my game of the week, personally, in my opinion. Steelers visiting Baltimore right now. Give me the Steelers, get that win right there. It's about for AFC North supremacy right there. You also got the Chargers visiting the Broncos in Denver. Give me the Chargers in that one. And then you got the Giants hosting the Bucs. Give me Tampa Bay, TB12, and the Bucs will win that game. And those will be my picks for the week. And then the teams you got on bye this week are the Cardinals, Washington football team, Jaguars, and the Texans. We all hope you enjoyed this special version of On Deck here, this Halloween version. Reaching into my bag of tricks as best I can right now. And if you guys want to continue to follow us on social media, once again, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram, beginning with myself, at Richey, for my band, Reach the Ruler, at ISDR3 Win Nutable. You can also check them out on Facebook. As always, leaving for On Deck, on CSR, don't be trolling, be rolling, we gone.
He's got it! That's a winner!